Hey, what's up, guys? So I just wanted to make a really quick one on how you can optimize your A/B tests and how to actually properly run A/B tests as well. So here you can just see a campaign that we're running at the moment, um, and we've been running this for a couple of weeks now. This is one of our best performing campaigns. It's doing extremely well. You can see here, yeah, like bounce rate super low, and yeah, it's doing pretty well. We're sending about 500 to 600 emails a day. We've got bunch of interested leads, and we're getting lots of meetings for it. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like on the back end as far as the like testing goes, and how it might look like. So we actually have a lot of different variations, and this is one thing that I think is extremely important when you're first setting up a campaign, um, even just ongoing as well, right? So you want to always be testing. We only as well, just in this, just as an FYI, we've run a two-step sequence. So we just literally, the main goal is to contact as many people as possible for the first time, as opposed to have lots of different steps in the sequence. So that's kind of how we actually do it. But yeah, you can see here, so these are obviously newer variations that we've started. But you can see here, out of this initial sort of variations that we did, we had this one that performed the best, which is why it's got a little bit more sent, because it was the one that was performing best, and we just continued doing it. It had was quite a bit better than the other ones. You can also use Smart Leads like inbuilt A/B testing, like AI functionality thing. I prefer to just actually manually do it and go through it, but you can use that, and it will automatically, when there's a winner by like 40% basically, or like skewed towards 40%, then it will automatically just send more emails from that and then reduce the emails on the other ones. So it can be pretty useful. But the way that I would structure this, and the way I would kind of like go about actually doing the testing is, you don't want to test like little tiny things like a word here and there or things like that. You want to test the main like value proposition, the length of the email, um, and what you're offering, right? So as an example, with another campaign, we test the offer specifically, right? So we use the same first line, we use this pretty much the same CTA, but the main thing that we're offering is slightly different. And this is what we're offering in the email, not what the business offers. So in the email, we might be offering, would you like to see, like we've got a case study with this company that is relevant to you. Would you like to see it? That's one offer, but offering them a case study video based on, who we're targeting. So it could be like marketing agencies, for example. Or the second one is, we've got a lead list for you. Would you like to see the leads? The rest of the email is exactly the same. The DTAs is like slightly different. Doesn't matter about that. It's really just different value propositions. One saying like, hey, would you like to see a case study about how we're doing something? Or would you like to see something, get something for free? Here's some leads, right? That's one way. But you could also say, like, if you're a marketing agency and you're looking, you could also say like, you could test out direct response, or you could test out a case study video. You could test out a guide, like, hey, we created an AI guide that helped our clients add an extra $30,000 in a month. Would you like to see the guide, right? Or we created this playbook. Would you like to see it? And you're testing those main value propositions, right? You can test CTAs, of course, like by all means. You can test the intro lines. You can test the trigger. But the biggest thing that you want to test when you're running these tests is really just the value proposition and what you're actually offering in the email. You could also test one-liner. So, hey, if we got you X result in this time, would you be interested? Super short to the point, but that's one way of doing it. Or you could test out another one, which is, hey, if we, were to create, I don't know, 50 posts for you for under $500, would you be interested, right? It's just an example. Or you could then say, hey, if we help save you, so you could take one particular offer, right? Let's take lead generation, for example. We can structure it and offer it as, we'll help you make more money, we'll help you save time, or we'll also help you save money, right? We can structure it, and that's the value proposition in three different ways. Ultimately, it's the same service. It's just positioned slightly differently depending on who we're reaching out to, or depending on just to see which one actually works better, right? It could be that a business is getting pretty good results with cold email, but they're actually wanting to reduce the amount of time that it takes to do that. Right, cool. So what if we help build them the automations, and we're still doing cold email for them, but we actually just set up a better system in place for them to do it, and they save a bunch of time doing it. Or they've got a super high cost in like loads of people on their team, and they could actually outsource a lot of that to AI to leverage the power of AI for way less cost. So kind of there, you're saving money and time, and you could offer that to them. Whereas if you offer them, will make you more money, they're already doing like a really decent job with that, right? That's not their pain point. That's not their issue. So you're trying to find what is the value proposition that I can talk about in my email that will then help them achieve a certain result. And you want to test those different value propositions. That's the main thing you want to test. You don't want to test the CTA here and there, like little things here and there. Sure, that's fine. You can test some personalization, no personalization. Those are all fine. But the biggest impact things that you can test are the value proposition. Do you help them save time? Do you help them save money? Or do you help them make more money? Try your solution and position it in 3 different ways and test out those. And then you can also test out like a different trigger. So, hey, I saw you were hiring, and then that's one type of email that you have. Or you have another one where you say, I don't know, you have an intro line, saw that you guys do this, XYZ, and then see what the difference is between those two with the same value proposition. You only want to test one thing at a time, keep it different, keep it the same apart from one little thing. So yeah, I hope this video was useful. If you want help with doing this and booking in more meetings or saving you time or saving you money with lead generation, because we do things on a cost per lead basis, you can book in a call below and we can help you out with that. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.